I keep it right on the dresser, next to the eyes, still applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the camp.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental with a leg.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we...
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 43. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Well, these two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
82, 46 down, man. 81. Man, 5-7.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking at finding Shepard on the crossing route. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body. Get your...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down. Jones, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Lefty, lefty. 74, 74.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams when a mistake.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Wentz now on first down. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Straight ahead, Gibson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here's Wentz to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball. without creating extra contact.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Hands like them.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jones going to keep once more. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. On third down, here's an option play left. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Wentz now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only 60.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college.
And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself done.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 10. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And they work this out past the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he is going to have the Giants first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing Jones. This is caught by Robinson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now a timeout called for. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we tackle on 3rd and long. A first throw here from the backup. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
Come on. Hey.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
And who's got it? The Giants. And a little careless. That carry.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's got room.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On second and goal, Wentz dancing to his left. And this is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. Taylor on third down, throws incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Okay,
and they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor.
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Running left, it's Barkley.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Pass complete to Shepard.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Jones.
And that is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
To throw is Jones. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Jones.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Gano now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen.